Next up, we have the dumbest bill in America, and it's Senate Bill 873, which is introduced by California State Senator Hannah Beth Jackson. I know, California is the gift that keeps giving for basically the dumbest bill in America. So State Senator Hannah Beth Jackson prohibits stores from pricing differences between identical toys and price fixing, and you can't have any kind of price fixing or differences, if you will, on any item, whether it's a toy or clothing or anything. So here's an example. If you have two teddy bears, the teddy bears are being made by the same manufacturer, one is pink and one is blue, and they're the same size, she's prohibiting you as a manufacturer or as a store from charging more for one than the other. And so she goes on and on and on in her bill about different kinds of services that they offer, that different companies offer, and how they can't, of course, discriminate either. So in other words, price discrimination is prohibited. We actually have State Senator Hannah Beth Jackson. We have a clip from her, and she's talking about this bill, and you have to listen to it. And here it is.
You know, women in California earn an estimated 88 cents for every dollar a man makes. Of course, we know for women of color, it is even less. But when you look at that 88-cent number, we know that the pay gap adds to more than $7,000 per year, even at those highest levels. And so while women earn less on average than our male counterparts, we also pay more for virtually the same goods. And this gender-based price discrimination results in women paying thousands of dollars more over the course of our lives. That is wrong. That pink teddy bear is exactly the same as that blue teddy bear. But this one costs $2.50 more.
Oh, only $2?
No,
I thought we were talking about like a $20 difference.
That's the pink one. And it's likely that the little girl is going to want that pink one. It's $1 here, $1 there, $2.50 here, that adds up to real money. And unless there is a justifiable reason, women should not pay more for virtually the same products. And gender is not a justifiable reason. That's why I've introduced SB 873 to ban the practice of charging different prices for goods solely on the basis of gender.
So woke, she's so woke. Here's her bill. It says, the following business establishments shall clearly and conspicuously disclose to the customer in writing the pricing for each standard service provided. Tailors or businesses providing aftermarket clothing alterations, barbers or hair salons, dry cleaners and laundries providing services to individuals. The price list shall be posted in an area conspicuous to customers, and the posted price list shall be in no less than a 14-point bold-faced type and clearly and completely display the pricing for every standard service offered by the business. And she just goes on and on and on. And by the way, a business establishment that fails to correct a violation of this bill within 30 days of receiving written notice of the violation is liable for a civil penalty of $1,000. Go ahead, Millennials.
So does this mean if I get a haircut at a salon instead of my usual $20 haircut because I have a 3 up top and no hair, that I now have to pay $50? Is this what we're getting at here?
She's basically
this is what
saying
it sounds like.
You can't. Basically, no one out there can charge different prices between men and women for the same service or for the same kind of product.
So that teddy bear example is actually interesting because you're going based on color. What if that pink color was
pink dye is a little bit more expensive,
or was it a limited edition where they only made a certain amount of numbers? So of course they're going to increase the price.
Well, I don't know. How about supply and demand?
I was going to say, or
maybe boys want more teddy bears than their teddy bears. And those teddy bears are basically, things that the guys want, little kids want more than the girls, so therefore it's supply and demand.
Yeah, it's like almost getting like your little Daisy Rider BB gun. They have more of the traditional wood color stocks, and then they have the pink color guns that maybe cost a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how about all the other services? You talked about haircuts.
Or tailoring. Because honestly, I would think like tailoring of a men's suit and a woman's business suit would almost be the same price, but maybe tailoring a dress where there's more fabric you have to alter and change around, that might cost a little more because it takes more time.
What? Say that again? What? Oh, I want to hear this again.
Basically, tailoring suits. So if your men's suit and a woman's business suit will be almost the same price, right?
Yeah.
Or it should be the same price. But usually, if there's more fabric that needs to be altered, like for like a wedding dress, it may cost more.
And it might be more expensive fabric that
Yes.
you're really concerned that you're going to ruin. And it might, so it takes
So
more
it takes-
time.
don't. Yes.
But you have to justify that. You have
Oh,
to
that's insane.
in bold print on your storefront.
No.
I mean, basically, your entire window front would be covered with,
That's
all
why
these.
I don't agree with the bill. It makes no sense. It puts
I don't
more
know how
strain
you
on a business owner.
I don't know how you determine it because a lot of these things people don't just take prices and just set them randomly. There's a rhyme and a reason for it. Like you're talking about tailors, and it basically, like you said, it has to do with this type of garment, the material, how much you're getting done on
Like
it.
the building materials, like how much it goes into it. Like what's the cost of the fabric? How much did it take to actually order it? And How much
Exactly.
does it make?
And like this teddy bear, like you're saying, there's so many different factors that go into it. And maybe like Mark said, that the girls just want
Supply
that
and
teddy bear
demand.
a lot more.
And
so
it's
they're
also
willing to
price
pay-
fixing. Price fixing is stupid.
Price controls are terrible.
That's what you
Mark.
do in communism. That's what you do in socialism.
Yep.
So,
There it is, yeah.
well, thank you for joining Mark and Millennials. That's it for Mark and the Millennials. This is Mark Fisher. Thank you to Ryan the Squirrel Brady and Garrick Ross. Andrew the Fujiniti is
I need
still
a
out.
nickname.
Thank you to yeah, you do need a name.
I was very squirrely today.
Yes, you were squirrely. And thank you to Adam Couture, our producer, and Chris Hopkins, our assistant producer. Please join us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and our website. See you next time.